All right. And the next thing is, if you have any questions, if you have any comments, if you have anything you'd like to share, please do so in the chat option throughout the course of the meeting today. There's lots of us on and we don't really have a lot of time. We only have an hour together today. So we want to be sure, and we have to be done because the Newport Chamber meeting happens at 5:30. So we've got to be quick. So we have to make sure everyone uses that chat feature. Also, hopefully in your email, you received a link to a PDF or to a file called Yumpu, which is a corresponding document that will go with the presentation today. So if you'd like to follow along with our presentation using that document, feel free to do so. And then we'll put all of this, the recording, the presentation, and that document out for everyone who wasn't able to be here with us today. So that's kind of our initial kind of housekeeping rules, housekeeping things. And then one thing we did want to add this year is we aren't together in an actual location. We're all in our own separate places, but we did want to keep it a little bit fun and exciting. So anyone who pre-registered for the event today was entered in to win a $50 Local Loot gift certificate. So the Local Loot gift certificate, I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of awkward how I have to hold things in front of my body like this. So you can see it. So that's the gift certificate. And I put everybody's name in this little cup, which is from the Creation Place in New London. Huh? See what I did there, everybody? Yeah. And everybody has a name. So I'm going to pick out one, and that will be our Local Loot recipient. Give it a spin here. And our winner is Sue Stubner. So Sue is on here somewhere. Colby Sawyer, president. You are the winner of the $50 Local Loot gift certificate. So I will get that to you this coming week.
Great.
So, oh, there she is. Congratulations, Sue.
Thank
you.
Right.
Now, we have that. If you don't know what our Local Loot program is, really quickly, Local Loot is a community investment program. So if we're coming up on the summer season, which is when a lot of our gift certificates are utilized, you can purchase them at the chamber office. And if you're a participating member business, you accept the gift certificate as cash from community people. Then you let me know how much you actually received. And then I write you a check. It's dollar for dollar. There's no special fee to participate. It's really simple and it's easy and it's fun. So that's that. We're going to move on here to our Chamber 2020 accomplishments. So I'm going to start our screen share. So you're going to see my screen here in just a second, which could be my email first. We're never really quite sure what people share. Let's see. And we're going to go here. And we're going to go here. All right, hopefully, can I see thumbs up from people if you see the presentation? Perfect. All right, so this year for our annual meeting, we went with the theme Light the Way. Mostly because for almost all of us, 2020 was a year that was an extreme struggle, not only personally, but also through our businesses. We all found ways to be innovative, to be creative, to stay afloat, essentially. That's what we did. Now, as we move forward, we're looking at things like resiliency. We're looking at things like community partnerships that all help us move further forward into 2020 and beyond in a much stronger position. So through that concept, Light the Way seems like a really great theme that embodied really what we were looking to do for this coming season. So we have our review of chamber accomplishments. So when we go to the next screen, it's going to have quite a bit of information, quite a bit of words. Most of you hopefully have the PDF or file to follow along with if you'd like to do so. And a lot of this is pulled from our end of the year 2020 letter, which we sent out to membership. So I'm going to move on to the next screen. And here are some accomplishments from this past season. So when we're looking at accomplishments, that means a lot of different things for a lot of people. So for right now, what our accomplishments are, I'm just going to list off a few for everyone. Over 30 regional newsletters were sent out to over 1,800 subscribers. We also had over 40 member-only correspondence emails sent out over the course of this past season. Last year, we partnered with the New Hampshire Small Business Day down in Concord, which was a half-day workshop, kind of touching on hot button topics for a lot of our small businesses. We're doing the same this year. It's on February 12th. It will be a virtual event, but it is a great opportunity to connect with other small businesses in the state who are really kind of struggling through the same pieces and parts that we all are. We provided 5 in-person networking opportunities. Now, this number for me is incredibly low, but given the fact that our 2020 year was less than stellar, and we had not a lot of chances before we really went into a shutdown situation, and then before we went to this virtual world, it was a really tough challenge to get those 5 in-person events happening, but we were able to do so, and we're excited to move forward to 2021 with many more of these opportunities. We had over 10 opportunities for virtual networking throughout the course of the year. We published over 15,000 copies of our 2021 regional information guide, which reaches every corner of New Hampshire and beyond. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that in just a bit. When we were really knee deep in the shutdown, we kept the office open. Here at the Lake Sunapee Region Chamber, it is pretty much just me. It's just me sitting in the office. Our board of directors is fantastic. They're there for me every single moment I need them. But in terms of staffing, it was really just me in the office. So it was a blessing and a curse because I was able to go to work consistently, answer the phones, answer those emails, put some information in the mail for folks. We might not have had a lot of door traffic or foot traffic, but I was definitely there to answer all those hundreds of calls and emails that came in and continue to come in, especially now that we're moving towards the summer season and people are ready to get out and ready to be functional. Last year, we partnered with the SBDC, the Small Business Development, on a resiliency survey, which was fantastic through UNH. They're doing another portion of that coming up soon, which we'll share more information about. And all of that information they received helped kind of launch their Resiliency Academy, which is coming up very soon. With their Resiliency Academy, literally, it's what we're all trying to do. We're all trying to make a plan for the future to ensure that we are prepared for anything, whatever it might be, natural disasters, financial issues, employee issues, whatever the case may be, we have a resiliency plan for that. So our hope is that with this academy, businesses in our communities will utilize this as a free service to sign up for and go through the course and get that little certificate at the end, not only the certificate, but also the actual resiliency plan to be able to move forward in a stronger position. We also partnered with the Arts and Business Alliance. Jean, I saw her on here as well, through the Center for the Arts and the Library Arts Center. So there was a big need for having a map, a printed map of destination of arts and cultural destination points throughout our region. So Jean with the Center for the Arts started that conversation, and we're able to help move that project forward. And we're hoping for a 2021 before the summer season launch. We promoted and pushed the shop local mantra literally every day, all day, as often as we could in every facet that we could. Our communities have stepped up immensely throughout this entire pandemic situation. They understand the importance of keeping our small businesses strong and active. And because of that, we've been able to see an immense amount of support financially and even not financially, through social media shares and through word of mouth and all of those types of pieces. We've been able to see our community really step up to support us as we've supported them in the past. And through that local loot program we mentioned at the very beginning, we were able to do $7,300 in local loot sales just this past year alone, which is incredible. That's the highest number that I have seen on record for us. $7,300 back to the community and local loot. That's fantastic. So with that shop local mantra, we also had love local campaigns. So the great thing about being in this position is even though I'm only a one-person staffed office necessarily, there's a lot of people in our community that I can use as resources. So not only our neighboring chamber directors who have been fantastic in helping me kind of get my feet wet in this world of chamber. This is my 2nd year anniversary. I believe February actually coming up. So it's only 2 years. I'm still a newbie. I'm still learning. And to be able to connect with those people who have been in this industry for quite a long time and to be able to reach out to people all across the country has been great. And this love local concept was something that chambers immediately popped up with. When it came to the pandemic, when it came to the shutdown, they knew they had to help their members in some way that would financially make a difference. And with Love Local Stores, our board of directors, Scott, was able to turn around and create through his company, Dado Print, a simple online store where you could purchase a sweatshirt, you could purchase a t-shirt, and $10 of each of those pieces would go back to that participating business that you would select at checkout. And for that, we were able to bring around $4,000 back to our communities, to those local businesses that participated. So very, very exciting stuff. And we're hoping to continue some Love Local campaigns into the future. We began a lot of conversations with local organizations like Vital Communities. We're part of a conversation about marketing the Route 11 corridor. So whether you call it Route 11 or 103, the communities from Claremont, Newport, Sunapee, New London, and beyond that are all connected with that roadway, there's so much that it offers to people, not only locally, but people from Vermont and people from Southern New Hampshire and Northern New Hampshire. We're really, and we say this so many times, we are really the forgotten neighbor, the neighborhood, if you will, of New Hampshire. We're that forgotten section. So we're doing everything in our power, the chamber directors and these people, these community leaders in these organizations, to step up to the plate and make sure that people know we are here, we're strong, we're resilient, we're a vibrant community, our economy is booming, we can do this, and you want to be part of the process here. So we're excited about continuing that conversation all the way into 2021. Membership dues are the biggest and most important piece of our income over the course of the year. And thank you so much to all those who are continuing their membership. We're doing all we can to reach you and to make sure that your benefits are reached and obtained. But we also have fundraisers, and fundraisers this past year, as with every other organization, especially nonprofits, those were very minimal. And it was very challenging for us to make that happen. But we were able to pull off the Black Fly Open this year. Thanks to Scott for the Black Fly Open Committee. It was a little bit different. It was a little smaller, but we were still able to make it happen. And one of the biggest things I always say is the most important thing is just to make it happen. If it skips a year, you never know what's going to happen the next year. So we were able to pull it off, and we're excited for the planning. We're already in the planning stages for this coming year. We're excited to see how it goes. We were also part of a Dartmouth Lake Sunapee Region Chamber Collaborative Program, which I'm sure through many different channels you've heard me talk about numerous times. But through federal funding and through the state programs of the Business and Economic Affairs Division, we were able to team up with our regional chambers. So the Upper Valley Business Alliance, the Greater Claremont Chamber of Commerce, which Elise is on here somewhere. Hello. The Newport area chamber folks and Kearsarge area chamber, as well as us here in the Lake Sunapee region. And the 5 of us created a team. And that team was able to put together a proposal to the state to try and get about $300,000 or so back to our region to use in particular programs that benefited our membership and benefited our region. Those things needed to be marketing in terms of marketing for travel and tourism. They needed to be things in terms of COVID recovery. So that would meant safety supplies and PPE deliveries and those kinds of pieces. We were able to get $275,000 to bring back to our businesses and our communities. And we were extremely excited. That took about 3 months of our lives and our time. I don't know if you can see the wrinkles, but there's definitely wrinkles. 3 months, October, November, December was just us moving and doing everything we could to make that $275,000 work for our members. And we're super excited. We were able to do a lot of the programs we wanted to do. We were able to bring about $50,000 back into the hands of our businesses in the terms of PPE supplies. So masks, gloves, sanitation, sanitizer, all those kinds of things. We were able to do about $50,000 worth of deliveries to our local communities, which was fantastic. We were also able to do about $15,000 to help local small businesses for things like grants. So if they needed to upgrade their technology to be a little bit more ready for a virtual world, if they weren't really quite sure about an e-commerce platform, we were able to help with that. If they weren't really comfortable or aware of social media marketing, we could do something with a consultant to help them move forward with that. So we were able to do about $15,000 there, which is really fantastic. Then we did a lot with marketing. So trying to get people to understand, we live here, we work here, we love this region. And we want to make sure that that message spreads wide and far as it can get. Not only for people who are traveling here to enjoy what we have to offer, but maybe people who are coming up to work in here, to work in this area. Or maybe in general, they just want to learn more about what New Hampshire and our little neck of the woods has to offer. So we did things, Tom Dooley's on this call. I saw him a little earlier. He helped us create videos, which some of you were part of, to create videos to help market our area. We did radio advertisements. We have a new tourism marketing, our tourism website, which is dartmouth-lake-sunapee-region.org. I will say it's in the very bare bones stages. It's there, it needs a lot of love. We're still working on it. It's something that we can continue through to 2021. But all of those things took a lot of time and energy and initiative. And not only did all of you in some way help with all of that, but your membership dollars helped us keep active and keep engaged in those programs. So we were able to do all of those things. We were also able to do a virtual job fair. So job fairs are challenging. They're important. They are incredibly important, but they're also challenging, not only to get people to be involved with them, but also to get interested parties who are looking for positions available and coming to those particular events. This was the first virtual one we were able to do regionally through the 5-chamber collaborative program, and it went pretty well. And we're looking to doing some more in the next year. We were able to help with the No Parade at New London Hospital Days. We were able to help the Lake Sunapee Region Young Professionals with their annual Stuff a Truck event. And we took over the return of the pumpkin people. Fall in our area is gorgeous. I realize outside it's a little white out there. It's a little snowy, it's a little cold, but our fall season is probably one of my favorites. And the return of the pumpkin people was a great way to pair membership and community and find a good partnership together with that. The Chamber this year was also selected as a neighborhood champion for the American Express Small Shop Small program. On Small Business Saturday, in November, we were able to give away 50 swag bags with member merchandise. Lots of fun little things that people were able to take with them. So when we caught someone in the act shopping locally on that particular day, they walked away with a swag bag. So that was a really fun opportunity for me to hit the streets, if you will, and to do Facebook and Instagram and try and get information out about our members and what they were offering for Small Business Saturday. So another thing really quickly I wanted to mention is hopefully tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock, you can tune in to WNTK 99.7 because we're doing a day trip destinations radio program. Some of you have probably already listened in to the radio program. We talk about the Route 11 region and retail shops, restaurants, businesses, things you can do in our area over that course of the coming weekend. It's a really fun program. It's a little funny. It's an exciting thing to bring your Friday to it starts your Friday off great. So start us 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, check in with that. And then we can also share those podcasts with everyone on our website. So if that's of interest to you, let me know. But that's an exciting way to start your weekend. So overall, that's a look of 2020 accomplishments. There's always so many more. I can only fit so much on this little itty bitty slide, but for the most part, that's where we're going there. We're going to transition over to goals. So what does our 2021 look like? So we have a lot. I went with yellow on purpose. Hopefully it's blinding. Hopefully it's really bright. So our overview of goals for 2021. So since I started in this position, the one thing that I really wanted to do my hardest at working at was reaching all 12 communities that we serve at the Lake Sunapee Region Chamber. It's really tough to serve 12 different communities who all have different things going on. So one of the biggest things I'd like to do is I'd like to get a towns roundtable started. So a representative from each of those towns who can kind of keep me in the loop. You know, I live in New London, I work in New London, I work in Sunapee. I'm part of our community, but I'm not everywhere all the time. So to be able to have invested, integrated people who are passionate about their communities, I'd love to be able to get something together for those folks. We'd of course love to have a robust education committee calendar. Our education committee events are always the most fun, I would say, that we have. So to be able to chock full the 2021 year with education events would be fantastic. A website update and refresh. So for me, I will say, folks, I do everything I can for our membership as often as I can, as quick as I can, but the website is something that I struggle with. I won't lie. It's a tough thing to keep up with. And my goal this year is to really make sure that I put it in a good place and that I update all of our individual pages and make sure that it's a resource that we can use consistently on a daily basis. That's definitely one thing that seems to be every time a project comes to my table that kind of takes a back seat. And I don't want that to take a backseat any longer. We're going to do our best to make that a goal in 2021 to be 100% updated. We'd like to have at least 3 virtual job fairs. Again, we're doing a lot of collaboration with our neighboring chambers and our neighboring regions. We all live and work and play in the same kind of neck of the woods. So we want to make sure that we're able to offer those opportunities up. And regional job fairs is another way to do that, especially if they're virtual. You can reach a much wider audience that way. Relocation packets. I get a lot of people who ask, especially in our real estate crowds. They always ask, all right, welcome wagon. Where's our welcome wagon, right? And I always say, bring them over here. I do my best to be as friendly as I can. Bring them over to the chamber office, and I can welcome wagon people till the cows come home. But it would be fantastic for me to have some sort of bag and everything ready to rock and roll. And I want to really work on that this year. I know a lot of our real estate agents come to the office, they pull all of the materials we have off the shelves to take back to their people who are interested in purchasing homes in the area. And I want to be able to have something ready to rock and roll for them, maybe a letter, something that hits the ground running so that those people know that the communities they're trying to move into are fantastic ones to be part of. Member-to-member perks cards. We've had in the past, members have been able to have like a discount, the Kearsarge Shopper, on one of their advertisements. I really want to work on making this a much bigger and more proactive benefit for our members. This is a fantastic way to really reach people that you see on a daily basis and that you see at all of our member events, you communicate with, you network with. This would be a great way to keep moving that forward. Promote our numerous partnerships. Keep the work up that we're doing in regards to collaborations with our neighbors. A new chamber YouTube channel. That's right, everyone. I said a YouTube channel. So we're going to need a lot of fresh faces and a lot of excitement so that we can do some interviews. We can do some things to get people visual, active. Photos are great. Facebook and Instagram, all is good. Facebook Lives, I did quite a few of those this past year, but I would like to see something that stays consistent. A YouTube channel would do just that. So hopefully we can move into a YouTube year. A local loot card update. This is something that came to my table a few times from members. Our gift certificates are fantastic, but maybe we move to something more like a card instead of a printed gift certificate. So all of these things, all of these gears turn. So every time you have a conversation with me about an idea you have, it sits up here and it rolls, and I write everything down, and I have a million different sticky notes. So hopefully we can get some of these moving. We'd like to bring it up to at least 2,000 newsletter subscribers. We'd like to have at least 1,000 Instagram followers. We're around 800 right now. I want to get that up there. Instagram's popular, especially with the younger crowd. So let's pull it up there. Let's get some action. Let's get some activity on that. We're looking right now to partner with an app for your phone about local love, essentially, having your retailers and your restaurants offer discounts and promotions to people who have that app. We're excited about learning more in that department. I'd love to do quarterly member orientations. We have so many members. We have about 225 members all the time, half of which are probably super engaged in what's happening. The other half, maybe not so much. So to be able to offer a member orientation where it gets people back in the game, it gets people back thinking, okay, here's my chamber membership. I've paid my membership dues. Am I really actively using all of my benefits? To be able to do quarterly member orientations for old members and new members alike really keeps you abreast to what's happening and keeps you in the loop to all of the things that you can use the chamber for. Our Granite State ambassadors. So this past year, obviously our volunteers are Granite State ambassadors who are fantastic resources for everyone. And they have not been able to be in the office because of our 2021 year. So we're excited to welcome them back into 2021 and see if we can get more Granite State ambassadors sitting at our information booth, welcoming people, giving them promotional information, and giving them recommendations on places and things and activities in our area that really promote what we've got going on. We do want to make sure the Arts and Business Alliance destination map makes it out. It happens, everything looks good with it, because it's definitely going to be something we want to include in our relocation packets. We want to be able to have that available at the information booth, and it really benefits our entire regional community. We'd love to see reaching 250 active, engaged members. 250 is a good number. When I first came on board, I was young back then. I was young and naive. And I said, we're going to reach 300 members in a few months. And it's much easier said than done. So this year, I think 250 is an excellent attainable goal for us. We always have some who come, some who go, but we really want to stick with that 225 solid. But I think we can pull in 25 new members for the course of this 2021 year. And I'd love to see active members joining into committees. So we've talked a lot about committees at our board meetings. We've made sure that we have a lot of opportunity for folks. Obviously 2021, our committees did not meet as often as we would have liked them to, but then again, there wasn't many events, fundraisers, or happenings that we were able to really host. So we're looking forward to 2021, hitting the ground running, getting those committees filled with seats and making things happen. We're pretty excited about that. And then last but certainly not least, business after hours. We want to bring them back. We know you've asked. I can't tell you how many people have asked me, Ashley, when are we bringing those back? It's tough. It's tough to bring it into a virtual world. We're hoping we can bring it, hopefully the snow, the weather turns better, and then we can start being outside and we can start doing things a little bit more aggressively when it comes to the business after hours. But that's definitely on our list to do. And we want to bring those back with a vengeance, if you will. So overall, that's a look at our 2021 goals. We're very excited about a lot of that. Again, this is as fluid as it can be because there are things that come in and then there are things that go out. And I want to do all I can to reach all of our members and all the ideas that they have, because they have many of them. Bring them to me, throw them at me, send me an email, message me, let me know what you think we should be doing, and we will find a way to see if we can make it happen. So that's going to be our 2021 goals, excuse me, and really overall just helping members into a new world, right? We're headed towards a post-COVID world. What does that look like? Partnering the virtual piece of it with that in-person piece of it, trying to find a good balance between all of it. So we're going to move on to our next slide. I hope everyone's still awake out there. Hopefully we're still all good. All right, we're going to move to our board of directors. So really quick, we're going to share Brett Cusick of North Cape Design is our current sitting president. Katie Blake, Ledyard National Bank, our current sitting vice president. Lee Stocker, Summercrest Assisted Living, our secretary. And she's also, Summercrest was the business of the year for the Newport Chamber. Just saying that. Debbie Campbell of Beyond Design, Scott Hanwell of Dado Print, Kathleen Kennedy of New London Hospital, Bernie Wazoja of Hubert Family Outfitters, Ty Morris, Caldwell Banker Lifestyles Real Estate, Nick Hobart of Benjamin F. Edwards. And we just want to say really quickly, thank you so much for your dedication and time to the Chamber. We appreciate it more than we could ever say. Excuse me. We're moving on. We're going to do 2 new board seats, and we do need our current sitting president, Brett Cusick, to come on board here so that we can do a vote. Tom Keeley of Colby Sawyer College and Teddy Durand of Grounds. So I'm going to stop the screen share for just a moment so that we can see Brett and he can unmute himself and chat.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to this afternoon. Really appreciate you taking the time to join us for this quick hour. I will definitely keep my piece brief. The voting this year is going to be a little different than usual. We're going to do it by thumbs up and thumbs down. And then we're going to scroll through the screen a little bit and see if we see any issues with the vote. So in addition to the folks that are on the board and the 2 that Ashley just introduced, we want to go ahead and take a vote. All those in favor, we need a thumbs up for moving forward this year with that board. Awesome. I see some people use the technology. I see Teddy. Nice to see you. Awesome. Okay.
All righty, perfect. Thank you so much, Brett. And then we're going to move on back to our screen share. We're bouncing around here. And awesome, we're excited to welcome Tom and Teddy. We're gonna move to our thank yous. Hold on, maybe technology is not being my friend at the moment. Possibly. Let's try one more time. Hold on. See, I knew something was going, it was going too smoothly, everybody. It was going way too smooth.
It came through on this side.
All right, here we go. Share. All right, there we go. Looks good on my side now. Okay. So we're going to take a second and we're going to say thank you, and thank you to three very important people. So there are some particular individuals who are finishing out their term, and we want to be sure that we take a couple minutes to take note of some of the things that they've done for the chamber over their tenure with the chamber. Jen Talkman of Colby Sawyer College. She's been a board member since 2017, always willing to lend a hand with new initiatives, projects, and events. Several committees, chair of the nominating committee at the moment, past chair of the education committee. She's been on the Black Fly committee for many years. And she was the executive director from 2011 to 2014, when she doubled membership and began the partnership with New London Hospital for bringing the Midway back to hospital days, which we're hoping will be able to happen this year. She's incredibly positive and a fantastic resource for not only me, but the community. Marie Pelletier of Bar Harbor Bank and Trust. She's our longtime treasurer, a position that's never easily filled. One moment. I don't think I've talked this much in quite some time. I'm so sorry. Longtime treasurer, a position that's never easily filled. She extended her board terms when the chamber needed her to continue. She's always been there for the board, the director, and the members. She's consistently helped manage the financials of the chamber during some incredibly difficult times. She volunteers at almost every event and is always available for questions. Her wealth of knowledge will continue to be needed by the chamber, and we are incredibly grateful we will be able to call her should we need to down the road. Lori McClory of Eastman. She was the first executive director for the Lake Sunapee Region Chamber and a tremendous help to every director after. She's volunteered at every event, served on committees to help make fundraisers and community events happen for our members. She's been the chair of the marketing committee for years, the Black Fry Open Committee, and the past chair there. Many committees have received her assistance to be successful. She's a master editor and proofreader. She's amazing in all of the ways. She'll continue to serve on our chamber committees, but after many years on the board, she deserves a little bit of time to herself. We will do our best to live up to the expectations that the three of you have really set forth. I have major big shoes to fill, and I will use the three of you every single day forever, for as long as I'm in this position. You have absolutely brought the chamber to where it is today, and there's no way we could be anywhere different. We are in a solid foundation, a solid place because of the three of you, and I want to say thank you personally, but I also know that the membership really appreciates everything that you've put in. So I'm excited to see where we go from here, but you're not going away that easy because we will definitely be using all of your skills and resources. So we're going to head over to the presentation of awards. So for this particular piece, Brett's going to jump on board and we're going to go to the next screen. Possibly. Seems to be a little delayed. All right, there we go. All right, and Brett is going to take over from here for the next couple of slides.
So we're really excited this year. There was a tremendous amount of feedback from the community. You know, we're amazed every day at how tight this community really is and how much everybody appreciates so many of the businesses and what we all do to make this such a great community to live in. So there's some really, really amazing people in the next few slides. So. So the nominations for Rookie Business of the Year: Sweet Beginnings Daycare, C. Beston and Company, and The Creation Place. And we want to say congratulations to Sweet Beginnings Daycare. Amazing job.
Do you have some of those notes, Brett, from Sweet Beginnings? Oh, I think you're on mute. You're on mute. Hold on. Okay, go ahead. Sorry. Nope, you're still on mute.
You must
There
have
you
just
go.
pushed the button.
Yep.
Talk you.
Did
Located
you
in
want to
Wilmot.
talk a little bit about Sweet Beginnings Daycare?
Yep, located in Wilmot, Shandy Elliott has done a tremendous job reaching many families with young children, especially essential workers, to offer her home daycare services. She goes above and beyond to be sure each child that she cares for is treated like her own. The activities she provides are authentic, fun, and age appropriate. She opens her home to the children she cares for and creates a warm, loving, safe, and healthy environment for them to grow. Amazing job. Thank you. Young Professional of the Year. The 2020 nominees are Shannon McMichael, Devin Paquette, Ashley Rowley, and Tim and Paul Mathewson. And congratulations to our very own Ashley, rocking the Love Local sweatshirt. So Ashley's really just done an incredible job. She's the director for the Chamber. She's also the owner of the Dance Arts Academy in Sunapee. She strives to be a role model and ambassador for local businesses. She's a dependable asset to our community and does a great job with social media and marketing. Ashley works well with others to create new partnerships and resources for member business. She appears to have the tireless energy and drive to succeed in her role for the Chamber and for our members, as we are all witnessing right now. Ashley has pushed us through an incredibly difficult time and proven to be a resourceful, successful, and bright light in our community. And that's barely the beginning of what Ashley does for all of us. The Nonprofit of the Year. I'm very passionate about nonprofits, so I really love seeing all of these nominees. The 2020 nominees are the Kearsarge Neighborhood Partners, Lake Sunapee Protective Association, Center for the Arts, Camp Coniston, Mount Kearsarge Indian Museum, Road to Independence, Osborne Sargent, Kearsarge Conservatory of Performing Arts, New London Rotary Club, and NESA. And a huge congratulations to the Center for the Arts. Amazing stuff. A regional arts organization dedicated to reaching as many communities as possible through all means available. The pandemic made this past year an incredible struggle for so many, but the Board of Center for the Arts really stepped up to ensure that their calendar of events was still available to all, even if it was virtual. The CFA always has a packed calendar of events for the performing arts, literary arts, visual arts, and so much more. They provide scholarships to students in the Lake Sunapee region to continue their arts education. They also provide mini grants to teachers in the area to enhance what programs they can offer their students, like the Shakespeare program at KRES New London. They have reached over 1,200 people safely and virtually over the course of the past year. They have brought writing, poetry, photo contests to people of all ages, Zoom meet and greets with local artists, virtual First Friday events and galleries, collaborations like the Lake Sunapee Music Festival, from our home to yours. They're actively working with the subcommittee, the Arts and Business Alliance, to produce an arts destination map with the launch of summer 2021. Jean Connolly and the Board of Directors for the Center of the Arts has done a tremendous job keeping us engaged and active artistically throughout this exceedingly difficult and trying time. Thank you for everything you guys do over there. It's amazing. Community Member of the Year. The nominees this year are Cindy Johnson of Kearsarge Neighborhood Partners, Ashley Rowley of the Chamber and Dance Arts Academy, Jim Perkins of the Town of New London, Angela Tarleton of the Kearsarge Conservatory of the Performing Arts. Huge congratulations to Angela. Amazing stuff. Absolutely awesome. Really got a lot of response about everybody on that list. And Angela, it was amazing to read all of the things that you're doing. Angela is the co-founder, director of dance, and current vice president at Kearsarge Conservatory of the Performing Arts in Warner. She has dedicated over 40 years of her life to providing arts opportunities to kids and adults of all ages. KCPA continues to offer scholarships to students, so no child needs to worry about financing on arts education. Angela writes, directs, and choreographs numerous works to bring creative experiences to her communities. She volunteers at many organizations, including our nonprofit of the year, Center for the Arts. She has been paramount to helping CFA continue their events virtually. When the pandemic hit, Angela immediately went to work making masks for the community, assisted living homes, NHL, local organizations, and masks with clear fronts to see her students' smiles and for the hard of hearing so that they could continue to read lips. She also did virtual cooking classes to raise funds for a local initiative. Angela is always ready and willing to volunteer for local events, fundraisers, and organizations. From Spring into Warner, Warner Holiday of Trees, Warner Fall Foliage Festival, and many more, Angela is a true asset to the Lake Sunapee region community. Thank you, Angela. The businesses of the year. Some really amazing folks up here as well. The Appleseed, the Fenton family, who I frequent often. The Valley News, Easton Propane and Oil, Dance Arts Academy, Clark's Hardware, Colonial Pharmacy, Grounds, and the Warner Public Market. And this year, Business of the Year is Valley News. Throughout the pandemic, news sources were absolutely essential in making sure that the greater community was kept in the loop about what was happening locally at the state level and regional level, and even at the national level. In an increasingly virtual world, the Valley News stands strong with their printed paper. In addition to their virtual offerings, they ensure our local communities get the information they need when they need it. A published and delivered newspaper 7 days a week is hard to find, but the Valley News manages to keep it active and alive. They reach numerous towns in the Upper Valley and Lake Sunapee region. During the pandemic, the Valley News team offered free information and updates regarding COVID to the public. Knowing the struggle that the area restaurants were facing, they also offered free listings of restaurants offering takeout. In an ever-changing world, it is imperative to have a place to go for local and regional news that focuses on community first. Just awesome stuff. Thank you, Valley News.
Thank you, Brett, for covering all of the awards this year. Congratulations to all of the nominees. Congratulations to all of the winners. Normally, we'd be able to have the winners come up to the stage, take a photo, maybe even say a few words. Unfortunately, just because we're given a virtual platform this year and we only have an hour, we're going to be doing photo opportunities with the winners and their awards this coming week. So hopefully we'll be able to get all that information out. Think of it like a winner feature. So we'll be able to see those particular people, hear a little bit more about what they do. So we'll do a follow-up with all of those winners as we move forward over the course of the next couple of weeks. So that's very exciting. Again, thank you so much to our sponsors. Hopefully you were able to follow along today in your program or in your booklet. And there were a lot of clickable links. So a lot of those nominees all have different websites and Facebook pages and things in areas that you can get information for them from. So if you're in the PDF version, you should be able to click on all of those links and connect you with all that they are doing for our community. Same here, for our sponsors, you should be able to do the same, click on their links and be able to connect over to their websites directly to see what they're up to, what they're doing, and all of the connections that they've been making with their communities. So our platinum sponsors for our annual meeting this year, North Cape Design and Colby Sawyer College. Our gold sponsor this year, Sweet Beginnings Daycare. And our silver sponsor this year, Sugar River Bank. So we want to say thank you very much to our sponsors. And I will say this till I am plaid, we cannot have events without sponsorships. So thank you so incredibly much for stepping up and letting us have this particular event, letting us get our awards for our recipients, for those community awards. All of those things, they all cost money. So it's great to be able to have some sponsors to help us with those. So thank you again to our sponsors. And then we're going to move into one more slide here, which basically is what's coming up next. So it's great to attend these meetings and hear all about what's happening, but what's an action item? You know, I always like to leave a meeting with a call to action, right? There's something that you need to be doing. I'm not trying to give everyone homework, but these are very important things. So our Lake Sunapee Region Information Guide, which is this. Oh wait, there it is. So this is our 2020 to 2021 information guide. And we're working on getting all the information set and ready to rock and roll for our new publication. This is very important. It's one of our biggest membership benefits for all of our members. Every member gets a listing, and we have a map in the centerfold, a calendar of events in the back. So that's going to be coming up. You're receiving some emails from me regarding information for that guide. And we're going to be putting that together over the next couple of weeks. Summer promotional website or summer promotional updates. Believe it or not, I realize that a lot of people don't think that this happens. Rack cards and business cards fly off the shelves at the office. So with us coming up to warmer weather, to the summer season, as a member, one of your best perks besides the information guide is being able to have your rack cards and promotional materials at the office. We have so many people who call in, who email, who snail mail, asking us to send them info. And I put stuff in the mail every single week. And I have people coming to the door asking for information all the time. So if your information is there and you have a rack card or something present, I can submit that. I can give that to those people. I can put that in the mail. Consider joining a chamber committee. On our website, lakesunapeeregionchamber.com, you're going to see a tab at the top that says Chamber Committees. Take a look there, see if there's a place that you think you might fit. And if you're not sure, if there's something that a skill you have and you're not quite sure where you'd best fit or where there might be a hole, please let me know. Send me a message, say, hey, I want to get involved, but I'm just not sure how or where or when, and I can help you with that. So let me know if you're interested in that, and we will definitely, that will really maximize your benefits. Being active is incredibly important. I know a lot of folks, we have a lot of things going on. We have our calendars are chock full with meetings and events, but hopefully you can take a little time to do something here with the chamber, and then we can all move forward into 2021 collectively with a much stronger base. Our Small Business Day presented by Bangor Savings Bank. We are partnering with that. It's a great opportunity, half-day virtual classes, all of which are very important hot button topics for all of our small businesses. So you can head to biaofnh.com/events to make sure that you can register for that. And we'll be sending out more information on that within the next couple of days. So take a look there as well. And I'm doing a time check. We're not bad, 4:50, we're doing okay. All right, and then we're gonna switch over here. We're gonna go last page. Basically, thank you so much for coming out, for joining us. I know an hour of your time, it's an hour, doesn't seem like a lot, but it is a lot to ask, especially at 4 o'clock when you probably wanna go home and have dinner. But always feel free to reach out to me. I'm available through my email, admin, lakesunapeeregionchamber.com, the office phone number. If you're one of the lucky ones who has my cell phone number, nice job. If you message me on Facebook, on Instagram, on LinkedIn, all of the above, I do all I can to reach back out as quickly as I can for emails. And if I don't respond to you, send me another message. We always get buried in those emails, right? But definitely, if you have any questions, if you have any feedback about the meeting today, please let me know and reach out to me in that fashion. All of those platforms we are at. If you're not following us on any of those social platforms like Instagram or Facebook, please make sure you do so. It helps our numbers, and then we can share information that we get back on that page. And then of course, last but certainly not least, tying it back around, we're going full circle. Let's continue to light the way into 2021. We are all community leaders. We are all business owners or employees who make a difference in our community on a daily basis. So let's continue to do that. Let's continue to work together to make sure that our community and our region and the Lake Sunapee area is not only one that people want to come to vacation, but also one that people know is a powerful force in economy. It's a powerful place to be, to grow a business, to have a business, to be part of a community, of something bigger. So let's continue to light the way. Let's continue to make that happen. Thank you again to our board members heading out. Thank you to those board members coming in. And thank you so much. And congratulations to all of the winners today for our awards. Claps all the way around. I'm going to go out of screen share so we can see some faces once again. And I want to thank you too. I was nervous. I had butterflies. I was like, oh, I'm not sure what happens if I press a button and everybody disappears on me. But for the most part, we managed. We got through this okay. But thank you so much for everything that you do for the communities that we serve. Thank you so much for being here today, listening to accomplishments and goals and hopes and dreams. And I hope that 2021 is going to be the best year we've had. 2020 was certainly a starting place, and I think we can all say it only goes up from here. Hopefully that's what we can all say. So I just want to say again, thank you so much. I love where we live. I love where we get to work and play. And it's an honor for me to be able to sit here and work for you guys. And if you have any ideas, any feedback, any comments, send them my way, 100%. So I'm going to say goodbye to everybody. We ended early. We ended early. Woo! And I am going to put in a call, if you're able to, at 5:30. The Newport Area Chamber annual meeting happens at 5:30, where they are saying congratulations to Ella Casey, who is a legend in the chamber world. She is the Citizen of the Year. Summercrest, where's Lee? She's going to be somewhere on here. They are the Business of the Year. And then one of their lunch programs, which helped get kids food throughout the entire course of the pandemic, is their Nonprofit of the Year. So, I mean, if you're able to do that, check out their Facebook page for the information. And that's at 5:30. So if you're able to do that, hop on that call too. But thank you so much, everybody. I hope you all have a fantastic day. And then send me emails, connect with me. Let's make 2021 the best we can make it.